Well, then let me just add, by way of conclusion, that to the pickup artist, it's the thrill of the hunt, and that once the pickup has been achieved, everything else almost seems like, an irrelevancy. Time to get back and pick somebody else up. That's the problem. When you develop your art, you become more involved with exercising your art, and the reason that you developed it in the first place, which is often left behind. Let us, above all, keep things in proportion, so that we may distinguish the certain from the uncertain, and day from night.
Put on, put down, come on, come down, bring down.
And so it's come to this, hasn't it? Come on, don't be afraid, they're just slips of paper. They can't hurt you.
To put on, to put down, to come on, to come down, and to bring down.
Is it still life? Still life?
Only when seen, then it springs to life in the mind of the viewer. Yes, it is called a life, but in stillness it is contemplated, and in stillness it has its true existence. But even a picture which depicts battle or the violent passions of love can still only be a motionless image. In that sense, all imagery is still life. And yet we know, not only is it full of a life of its own kind, but it can cause the growth of a magical life, which we call art.
G-I-N-G-E-R? It's
Sticking ginger up someone's butthole. It's called figging. Is sticking figs up someone's butthole called gingering. Well, from here on, from this moment forward, from this day forward, I, Dr. Hal Oct, rule that it is so. Yeah! I hope you're satisfied.
In today's economy,
Yes?
could Jesus microwave a Viking so hot that even he couldn't give him a rib job?
My cigarettes. I would have to say, no. Jesus cannot and would not contradict his own powers. That's not what they're for. They're for the expression of the divine will. Therefore, if it was necessary for the living Christ to do this upon his return, and let us remember, he said, my Father's house has many mansions, then Christ could do anything, but would not go against his own rules, his own protocol. And besides, roasting Vikings is not done by Jesus, the creative spirit, but by someone far lower down in the pecking order, the demons of hell.
The first question is, what's the difference between a fractal and paisley? And the second question, which is exactly the same question, is what exactly awaits us in 2012?
Well, in 2012, our lives and everything that we knew about them, the entire settled order of our civil life, everything that we know and experience and expect to be our daily lot, will be scrambled. And indeed, where it was monochrome, may be considered paisley. In fact, it will be the fractal portion of the entirety of the new life, the vita nuova, which shall grow from this disruption. Therefore, unto you I say, fear it not. Open wide your arms and embrace this future paradigm. For all that is old and tired and boring will be swept away, and we will see a new heaven and a new earth. Yes, and tell them Dr. Hal sent you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our last question tonight. I'll be happy to recite as soon as K-Rob gets it together to play the last song music. And the last question tonight, right
Here it comes, folks.
is art worth it? Specifically, is art ever worth your time, your money, your career, your life? Is art worth it? That's the question we have.
Well, now, that's a very good question. Yes, indeed. Of all the questions you might ask about art, that elusive commodity, this is perhaps the best question that you might ask. Is art worth it? Is it ever worth it? But the curious, doggonest thing about it is, the only way to find out whether it's worth it is to do the art. You can't know until you do it. Then you'll know whether it was worth it or not. Did you succeed or did you fail? But if it was really art, you had to do it. And that might be a little bit of a hint. Remember, it's been said that the artist must suffer. This is not for ordinary reasons of sadism, though many of them profoundly deserve it. What it means is art is a therapy, as it were. Suffering creates the anodyne of art as a response. This is how we deal with the thorns and scorpions of life, by creating art. Whether we succeed or fail, we have made the attempt. And just as we never know whether art is successful until we try it, we cannot experience it unless we give ourselves to it. We must be willing to take a chance on art, because the creator of art took the chance of creating something useful or something negligible when he made that first gesture in defiance of ultimate negativity and all lack of meaning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Hal.
Thank you. I'll be here every Friday night. Okay, so I will do a poem, and it'll be accessing. It'll be April Rise. If ever I saw a blessing in the air, I see it now in this still early day, where lemon green the vaporous morning drips wet sunlight on the powder of my eye. Blown bubble film of blue, the sky wraps round weeds of warm light, whose every root and rod suffers with soapy green, while all the world sweats with a bead of summer in its bud. If ever I heard blessing, it is here, where birds in trees that shoals and shadows are splash with their hidden wings, and drops of sound break on my ears their crests of throbbing air. Pure in the haze, the emerald sun dilates. The lips of sparrows milk the mossy stones, while white as water by the lake, a girl swims her green hand among the gathered swans. Now as the almond trims its smoking wick, dropping small flames to light the candled grass, now as my low blood scales its second chance. If ever world